We are glad to welcome you to our channel. Kindly subscribe to our channel and share our videos with your friends and relations. And click on the bell icon for instant notification whenever new videos are uploaded on this channel. Rest assured that we are going to have a very exciting and inspiring discussion. Let's dive into the lesson right away. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's lesson on the best tips for writing a great story. Writing a compelling and engaging story requires skill, creativity, and a structured approach. Whether you are a student preparing for an exam or an aspiring writer, this video will guide you through the steps to craft an excellent story. To illustrate these tips, we are going to provide an example of a story that responds to the West African Senior School Certificate Examination November-December English Paper 2 question from 2015. And the question is as follows. Write a story to illustrate the saying, "No condition is permanent." Let's get started. I am Benjamin from English Classes Online. We are going to begin with tip number 1. Understand the prompt. Understand the prompt. That is exactly the first tip that we are going to discuss. The first and most crucial step in writing any story is to fully understand the prompt or the question. Take your time to analyze what the question is asking and identify the main theme or message it wants you to convey. In this case, the saying, "No condition is permanent," suggests that circumstances in life are subject to change. Okay? Now, tip number 2, choose a theme or message. Every great story begins with a central theme or message that the writer wants to convey. This theme is the heart of your story and it provides direction to your plot and characters. For instance, in the WASSCE writing prompt, the theme is "No condition is permanent." That's the theme. Before diving into the plot, take a moment to reflect on the underlying message you wish to communicate. You need to take a little time to reflect on the message that you wish to communicate. Every good story, and in fact, every meaningful piece of writing is supposed to communicate a definite story to the audience. So before diving into the plot, you need to take a moment to reflect on the underlying story that you wish to communicate to your target audience. And this brings us to tip number 3, create a strong plot. This is really important. A great story always has a strong plot that follows a clear structure. You need to start by introducing the setting and the main characters. By the way, a plot refers to the arrangement of events in a story. So you need to know where to begin and what follows next. A good plot should, be uh, something that something of a cause and effect. One thing leads to another, okay? And then it should be something that the audience can follow. Then build up the conflict or challenge that the characters will face. That is the conflict. The resolution of this conflict should align with the main theme of the story. By the way, the theme is the main idea that is expressed in a piece of writing. Remember to create engaging twists and turns to keep your readers hooked, to create suspense and to keep them hooked, all right? Now, tip number 4, develop compelling characters. There is no great story without great characters, okay? Well-developed characters are the heart of any story. By the way, characters are the agents that carry out the actions in a story, or that experience, the events or the incidents in a story. So give your characters unique personalities, motivations, and backstories. This will make them relatable and help readers connect with their experiences and emotions. In the case of our example story, let's introduce our main character, Ada, who is about to embark on a life-changing journey. Tip number 5, show, don't tell. If you are writing a descriptive essay, you actually need to show what is happening rather than tell it. So in telling in writing a great story, you need to get your readers involved by getting them to see exactly what you saw and experience what you experienced. You need to show them instead of just telling them. And that is why, when you watch a video, it gives you a greater experience than when someone just tells you what happened somewhere. Okay? So show, don't tell. That is a fundamental rule in storytelling. Instead of telling readers what happens, use descriptive language and sensory details to allow them to experience the story alongside the characters. Okay? Now, that is exactly very important. This will make the narrative more vivid and immersive. And going further, we come to tip number 6, build tension and emotion. A captivating story evokes emotion and keeps readers invested. All right? Keep them actually interested. That is really important. Okay? You need to create moments of tension, excitement, or heartbreak to draw your audience in. You can achieve this by varying the pacing and using powerful language to describe critical events. This brings us to tip number 7, craft a memorable ending. The ending of a story should leave a lasting impression. It should resonate with the main theme and offer a sense of closure for the character's journey. Avoid abrupt endings and instead conclude the story in a way that lingers in your reader's minds. This is really important. And then we come to the sample story. And here I'm going to give you an example to illustrate how you can write a story of this nature. Let's begin with the question for 2015. Write a story to illustrate the saying, no condition is permanent. English Paper 2, WASSCE November, December 2015. Now, it's important you give your story a title, and so we can title this "A Ray of Hope." Okay. Now, this is the first paragraph. In Ama, a small village east of the Niger, there lived a young girl named Ada. She was bright, hardworking, and always wore a warm smile despite her family's impoverished condition. Ada's father, a skilled carpenter, fell seriously ill, leaving the family struggling to make ends meet. Ada took it upon herself to help her mother, Nkechi, who was a talented weaver. They spent days creating beautiful fabrics and baskets to sell at the market. However, despite their efforts, they barely earned enough to put food on the table. One evening, as Ada gazed at the setting sun painting the sky in hues of gold and orange, an idea struck her. He remembered her father's words, "No condition is permanent, my dear." These were the words of her father. "No condition is permanent, my dear." The father would always say, "Keep faith in the face of adversity." Now let's move on to the next paragraph. Determined to change their fate, Ada set out to the neighboring town to seek help from a kind-hearted merchant, Mr. Eze. He was known for his generosity and willingness to support those in need. Ada showed him their exquisite creations, very beautiful creations, and shared her family story. Touched by Ada's sincerity, Mr. Eze decided to place a substantial order for her products. Ada and Nkechi worked tirelessly day and night to fulfill the order. When they delivered the goods, Mr. Eze was impressed by the quality and offered them a permanent contract, ensuring a stable income. With newfound hope, Ada's family gradually improved their living conditions. They could afford better health care for her father, who eventually recovered and joined them in their weaving endeavors. Years passed, and Ada's talent as a weaver flourished. Their products gained recognition not only in neighboring towns but also in far-off cities. They became a prosperous family, always cherishing the lessons of resilience and hope. In the end, Ada realized the truth in her father's words: "No condition is permanent. Life may throw challenges, but with determination and a positive outlook, one can overcome anything." All right, so that is exactly the story, and this, of course, brings us to a point where we sum up everything. Okay. And there you have it, a ray of hope, a story illustrating the saying, "No condition is permanent." We hope this story and the tips we've shared today inspire you to write your own compelling narratives. Remember that storytelling is an art, and with practice and dedication, you can craft stories that resonate with readers for generations to come. Happy writing. Now, if you have any questions, suggestions, or comments, kindly leave them in the comments below. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Many thanks for watching today's video. A big thank you to all of you out there for being part of today's episode. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, kindly subscribe to this channel. Subscribe now as a way of giving us support. For notification about new videos, click on the bell icon. You will find the bell icon. Click on it so that whenever a new video is uploaded, you will be instantly notified. If you have actually enjoyed the video, like and share the video with your friends and relatives. This is very important. If you have any comments, leave your comments below. Any questions, any suggestions, we would gladly receive them and respond promptly and positively to them. See you in the next video. I look forward to always seeing you in the new video. Thank you.